So Jimmy, second pre-season test, tough one out there for the lads, but came through with a good performance and more minutes in the legs.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously at this stage now it's about making sure everybody has 45 minutes in the legs again. Probably went with a more senior team in the first 45 minutes and went a little bit younger second half. But I thought, following on from the game on Saturday against Kettering, I thought we were much better. Our shape with him without the ball was far better, and an unbelievable test from Cov today. I think they're week out of their pre-season, played loads of games. Again, then their first 45-minute team for 60 minutes. Lots of seniors in there as well, so it was a great test.
In terms of splitting the teams into two halves again, is that getting the minutes, but also sort of getting the two sides to gel as such?
Yeah, just trying to give everybody the same playing experience, and the first two games we sat down and said everybody would have 45 minutes, and then from there on, third game will be 60 minutes, 70, maybe 70 minutes for some, and we'll start to go with what seems, what we think will start to look like our starting 11.
Second half, Jake Beasley grabs himself 2 goals, and particularly the first one with Ben down the right worked really well.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. His movement's very good, Jake's. He gets himself in goal-scoring positions, and I think he had a chance just before that as well. I don't know if it was Jerome who pulled one square in the box. So he may have had a hat trick of goals tonight. From similar positions. So he was a goal threat, and we got in some good territory. And when we asked a question in the final third as well, which potentially maybe in the first half we probably had some good spells in possession in the back third and mid third, but didn't really test him in the final third, and we had far more opportunity second half to get around that final third.
In terms of the sort of system you're trying to implement, are you seeing sort of patterns of play developing now?
Definitely, and it's all about building relationships, So we've been quite heavily tactical led in terms of our sessions, and done lots of work in the 11v11 environment, to get our football fitness in as well. And one of the things that I was quite critical from Saturday was, we lacked a little bit of belief, a little bit of bravery, and didn't connect our shape, more so particularly in possession. So today I seen it. Yesterday they trained really well and had some good patterns and good moments. So we're week 2 into it. We've got another 4 weeks before the start of the season. You can only keep improving and getting better.
Like you say, 4 weeks of the season, fixtures are out today. Anything surprise you, or long trips on Tuesdays that you must look forward to still?
Yeah. Listen, it's a season, it's a game, and I couldn't care where we are on a Saturday or a Tuesday. And how many Saturdays, that's the best day of the week for me. Match days. So obviously with the schedule being quite condensed, and lots of 3 game in a week, it's going to be a tough schedule. But we've had lots of a heads up in terms of what it's going to look like, and obviously the start date and the end date. So we've just got to be very careful and studious in how we manage people, and recovery is going to play a big part, and obviously the strength and depth in the squad. Hence trying to make sure everybody had a similar match experience for the first 2 games we possibly could.
The couple of lads sitting out, is there any sort of update on James Ball and Jordan Cranston?
Yeah, so James is picked up a little bit of a tightness in his hamstring. I'd imagine he'll be back in the next 7 days. Jordan trained and was on the grass with us yesterday. We'll start to phase him back into training now in terms of technicals and possessions, and hopefully introduce him to some contact work as well. So Jordan may be 7 to 10 days away from being selected and getting some match minutes. Braz Thursday will be back in on training.
Just finally, as an overview for the first 2 games and a couple of weeks of pre-season, are you impressed with the standard of what you're seeing?
I love the group, and lots of managers probably use that as a cliche, but I love the group. We've got a real honest group, a real studious group. They want to learn, they want to grow, they want to improve individually and collectively. Which is it's great for for a coaching staff to be part of that process. So Saturday, wasn't. The second half performance was okay, but nowhere near the levels we set out for and set in store for the players, and I think they knew that as well. Tonight, delighted with the tempo of the game, the intensity of the game. It was a real tough test, and also not enough spells of us being dominant and controlling it. I thought they were the dominant force tonight, but certainly some positive signs in work in progress for us to build upon.